I'm going to show you 5 ways you can create a high converting lead magnet for your business with almost zero effort. Hi everyone, it's Kevin from Solopreneur, and I'm really excited for this video. This covers a topic or a question I get very often. People always tell me, Kevin, I know I have to get more leads, and I know the way to do that is to create lead magnets and give away high quality content and information in exchange for people's email addresses. I understand I need to do this. However, I'm a busy entrepreneur. I don't have time to create a lead magnet, or, oh my God, that's going to take forever, or, oh, I don't want to pay someone all of this money to create it for me. I understand. Even myself, I'm so busy with running my businesses that just the thought of putting aside a week or 2 or however long I think it's going to take in my head to do this can seem daunting and can seem like something that's always on the back burner. But guys, I want to share 5 ways that you can super easily create high quality lead magnets. And remember, the key here is to provide something of value in your lead magnet. What we're not doing is tricking people by overselling what the lead magnet is on the landing page, and then once they download it, it turns out it's actually just garbage, just a throwaway piece of content, and you just clearly did this to get their email address. This doesn't work, and the reason for that is, remember, we're building relationships. That's the point of collecting your customers and your prospects' email addresses, so that you can communicate with them and help them with their problems and be seen as a trusted advisor and expert and service provider or product provider. It's not once you get their email address, it's gold, and somehow now they're still going to trust you if you lied to them up front by giving them garbage. No, this is your first opportunity to really provide value. I mentioned this because what we're going to be creating here, while it's almost zero effort for you, it's going to be immensely valuable to your end users, and that's why it's going to be high converting. But before I jump into the 5 ways you can create one of these high converting lead magnets with almost no effort, let me just recap what exactly a lead magnet is, just for anyone who's new to the whole digital marketing world, or if you're a newer online entrepreneur. So as you can see on my screen, this is actually my latest lead magnet. And what it is I'm giving away a 23-page expert guide teaching you guys how to make money online. And you just need to put in your name and your email address, and people can get this great guide. On that note, you guys should get the guide. It's free. But that's exactly what it is. You're giving a lot of value upfront for free, and that's how you start building a relationship with your audience. So the first strategy is to crowdsource a book or a collection of articles. So I want to give this example right here. You might have seen this book around: Chicken Soup for the Soul, for the Teenage Soul, for the Horse's Soul, for the this, for the that. There are so many variations of this book. As you guys can see here, the preteen soul, the dog lover soul, the grandma's soul. This book is literally a collection of stories written by other people. The authors of this book literally had tons of other people write all of these sort of stories and anecdotes about their life and how it relates to the type of soul here, and they just combined it all together. Literally, they didn't write a word. And these people have sold over 500 million copies from just getting other people to write all this stuff for them and included it in one book. Now, you don't have to go out and write a book here, but just think about that. Maybe if, let's say, you are a personal trainer or a dentist or something, maybe you get together 5 or 10 of your colleagues and you get them to write one article each, and then you combine that into a master guide, like the ultimate guide to CrossFit. You have, you're a personal trainer and you have 5 different people write their best tips on CrossFit or whatever it is. Or like I said, if you're a dentist, maybe you have the best hygiene tips or whatever it is, right? So you basically just get your colleagues, just hit them up and get them to write all this for you, and then put it together in one guide, and then you can offer that for free. The next one is to leverage the public domain. And this is actually one of my favorites. So if you're an entrepreneur, there's a good chance you've read or at least heard about Think and Grow Rich, this iconic book. But did you know that this book is now officially in the public domain? If you don't know what that means, what that is that this book is actually free. In other words, the copyright's expired, and then this is just a public piece of work. And so you can actually take this book and create derivative versions of it for free. So when you're looking on Amazon or whatever and you can see all of these people selling this book, they've just made their own derivative version. That's why there's so many different publishers selling this, like Audible just recorded audio for it. So you could make like Think and Grow Rich for veterinarians, or Think and Grow Rich for mechanics, or whatever it is, whatever your business is, or if you're doing online businesses, right? Like whatever your subject is, whatever your niche is, you can actually create a derivative version of this book. All you would have to do is get a book like this and then write maybe like an intro chapter, what doctors can learn from this, or whatever your business may be, what mechanics, like I said, or what e-commerce entrepreneurs can learn from this. Insert business you do. This is just one example. And now if you're feeling bad about this and you're like, Kevin, isn't that like stealing? Come on, I don't want to do that. Is it? I mean, Walt Disney has literally done this forever. Most of this guy's movies are literally stories from the public domain. Aladdin, Snow White, Frozen, all of these are just public domain stories that he literally turned into multi-billion-dollar franchises by making his own derivative versions. This isn't the only book that is of the public domain. I just mentioned it because I think it's one of the more popular ones, but you can just do some research on that. And I would just caution you one more thing, just be careful what version you get, right? So you have to try and find the original public domain version, because like I said, there are a lot of people who are making derivative versions, so you don't want to copy their derivative version, right? Because that's not public domain then. So just have to try and find the original manuscripts. The next way is just to curate a bunch of resources. This is actually one of the most powerful. Again, I want to pick a really simple example for you guys. Let's say you are a fitness trainer and you want to create some sort of motivational content. You could say the 10 most inspiring fitness speeches, and you could go grab like The Rock and maybe someone else, Arnold Schwarzenegger and someone else. You could compile like 10 YouTube videos and you could, put that behind a landing page and say, hey, I've put together the 10 most inspirational workout videos or workout speeches or motivation for you. Or if you run an e-commerce store or you're teaching people how to do e-commerce or something, you could say, hey, I've put together the 10 best drop shipping sites. It's actually quite endless. Just combine and curate great pieces of content already, like the 10 best starting guides to digital marketing on the internet. It's actually super easy to do this, and just have to maybe write, like, if you want, just a little bit of intro paragraph, or if you want to say how they relate to each other, if you want. But this is a super powerful way to create a lead magnet with almost zero effort. So number 4 is to do an interview in podcast form. So all you have to do here is create, say, 4 or 5 timely, relevant questions, and just find an expert you can speak to. Maybe that could be one of your peers. Maybe that's one of your mentors. Maybe you literally just message people on LinkedIn, or you message people on Twitter. People love to get flattered. You'd be surprised. And so the strategy would be to find this expert and then create 4 or 5 timely questions, and then just interview them either via Zoom, or if they're a local person, you can just record them with your cell phone. And then that could be a really easy lead magnet. You could say the 5 best real estate tips by insert your city's top real estate agent, or whatever it is, right? Let's say you're a broker, a real estate broker, and you message maybe the president of your brokerage or whatever, and you get their time, and they share their real estate tips, something like that. Guys, I'm just spitballing here because obviously I don't know what your specific business is, but the point being is this is actually super easy, and your workload is simply to come up with 4 or 5 smart questions and just shut up and listen. Let that person speak. Ask some follow-up questions if they're relevant, but otherwise, this is an organic piece. It's an interview, and you can create this piece with literally, like I said, your cell phone or just Zoom or Skype. And number 5 is to create a mini course recording something you already do in your business. So let's just say, for example, you run a restaurant, and maybe you're cooking steaks every day. So one of your chefs, you could just get them to cook a steak. You pull out your cell phone, you record it, and you could easily make a lead magnet that says the perfect way to cook a restaurant quality steak. And you could make that into like a mini online course. And really all it would be the video, and maybe you break it up into like 2 or 3 videos. Maybe you record 2 or 3 clips so that it's not like one long video if you want. And then those are like 3 modules, you know, step 1, seasoning the steak, step 2, prepping it, step 3, cooking it or whatnot. But the point being, guys, is that you can make this online course. You could make a really high quality that has a ton of expertise behind it. Like, you know how many people want to know how to make a restaurant quality steak? And you're doing this literally every day. If you're not in a physical business, like if you're in an online business like me, you can just do screen recordings, kind of like how I do with a lot of the content on my YouTube channel. Like, let's just say you run an e-commerce store and you want to teach people how to do that. You could say, hey guys, here's how you add products in Shopify. Like, let's say literally you're adding products in Shopify today. Well, why don't you just pull out your camera and record it and just add some, you know, talking to it. You're not even writing a script, and you can create that lead magnet. So we just went over 5 super quick ways to create a high converting lead magnet. But the question remains, how do we actually implement this? So I've shown you 5 super easy ways to create a high converting lead magnet. But the next piece is, how do you actually host this lead magnet, and how do you create the nurture or drip sequences that are going to help you build this relationship? So the tool I recommend, and it's what I use for all my businesses, is Kartra. So Kartra is an all-in-one sales and marketing automation software. It has emails, it can build pages, it has forms, you can create online courses, you can create interactive videos, you have a calendar, you can book calls if you want, do your whole, you know, if you have one-on-one sessions. It has an agency features, it has help desk, but the most important part and what makes it really cool is it's great that it has all of these like features, but it actually puts it all together for you in these done for you campaigns and funnels. So as you can see here, they have a ton of campaigns for basically any use case. So in our use case here, the really simple use case where we want to offer something for free, then we want to give them that free thing and start emailing them. So it's called like a simple list builder funnel. We want to start getting prospects into our funnels, right? Each campaign comes with a video. You can watch that video if you'd like. And you can see here, it's going to go over what it is. It's going to create this landing page for you. And then it's going to have the thank you with a template here. And then you're going to see all of the emails. What makes it awesome is, like, you go here, I'll show you, you can see view assets here. You can see all the things it's going to build for you. And all you have to do, guys, is just go deploy. You can name it test campaign. I'll just say that. Test camp. And so once you do that, you hit deploy and it starts building. It takes a few seconds. And then as you can see here, there's another video you can watch. It's going to walk you through exactly what you have to do. And I'll do the same. I actually have a whole video on the site for how you can build campaigns in Kartra. It's more involved. I don't want to take an hour, so I won't go through everything here. But ultimately, you're just going to go in here and it's going to tell you step by step how to configure every single thing that you just built, so that you can have that campaign built. And then as you can see here, going into the pages themselves, so it's going to do the emails, it's going to do the pages. So simply all you would have to do is you go in here and everything is like a drag and drop editor. So you don't have to code anything. You don't have to do any fancy integrations as well. That's another thing with building these sort of complex funnels, where typically you'd have all these technologies you'd have to integrate together. But Kartra, it's all in one place, so you don't have to deal with any of that nonsense, right? You're more focused on building your business, and that's what I really like about the software. And so as you would imagine, it's just drag and drop. You can click in here, you can change anything. Everything is WYSIWYG. If you want additional components or sections, let's just say for whatever reason you want to pop up, or if you want to add another hero section, don't do this. This is ugly. I'm just showing you guys that it can be done, right? You just literally just drop it here and you can go in here and edit it and so on and so forth. It's super easy, and you can just hit publish. Just a WYSIWYG editor, similar to using Microsoft Word or anything else, or email if you've ever used those. And likewise, the emails work just like that. You go through the sequence here, the guided builder, and it's already created all of this stuff for you. It's already tagged everything. And as you can see here, everything's already built for you. All you have to do is go in here and just edit these emails. And this is a simple text email, but if you want, you can go all out and sort of design an email just like this. So if you want to try Kartra, just click the link in the description. You can get a 14-day trial. I hope I've shown you how you can really easily not just create a lead magnet, but also deploy one and action it. So if you found this video helpful, drop me a like. Consider subscribing to the channel if you want more content just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.